So how do you feel about playing the Giants again after just playing them 2 weeks ago?
I'm excited for the opportunity. I mean, it's not easy to make the playoffs, so here we are. Played them a few weeks back, but expecting a lot of similarities, differences. So yeah, I'm excited for sure.
Eric, you talked about how difficult it is to make the playoffs, and you've been in the league long enough to locker rooms change every year. Teams that make the playoffs one year or win the Super Bowl don't make it next year. Does that reinforce the urgency and to maximize these kind of opportunities when you get them?
Definitely, you got to seize the moment. When you're given the opportunity. But it's always close. It always comes down to the wire. We always see a team kind of get bumped out or barely make it. It's hard. It's a very competitive league, and it's going to be a competitive playoffs, I'm sure.
Do you get a game at US Bank Stadium, considering it's been 5 years, the Minneapolis Miracle, since you played a playoff game there?
Yeah, that's crazy. Exactly. Home field is a big thing, especially when we're dealing with the Vikings, for sure.
What do you remember about the atmosphere for that, the only home playoff game that so far that has been at US Bank Stadium?
It was electric, super loud. So excited to hear everybody screaming, I'm not actually excited because I'm on defense, so I have the mic. But, it comes with the territory, so you better be loud, everybody.
Do you view this as a pretty wide open NFC playoff bracket?
Like I said, to be real, honestly, I don't really know much about. I'm talking to my teammates about how the brackets and stuff work. Don't have any idea. I just kind of just show up and go to my locker and get changed for workouts and stuff like that. But it's always competitive. There's always a bunch of good teams, a bunch of good quarterbacks, a bunch of good running backs. So I'm excited for the opportunity to chase this with my teammates.
Eric, how much has this season, this group of guys, and just these memories meant to you?
Man, everything. I think that obviously, you put your head down, you grind, you work. You kind of just live in that time, and you always want to do better. You always want to look forward to the next game, and whatever you got to do. But I feel like I've really started to enjoy the process and take advantage of the moment, and that's what I'm doing this week. I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to go out and show up.
I mean, can you look at this year and say it's already been a success, 13 wins, division champs, or based on what takes place here the rest of the
time? Yeah, I think we just got our ticket, to the playoffs. Obviously we want to do as best as we can leading up to that, but now it's a new season for sure. That's how I think that teams around the league who barely made it in, or if you made it in by a large landslide, like some of the teams, it has to clean slate. Anything can happen in these playoffs.
You talked about that last playoff game at US Bank Stadium. Was it even? US Bank Stadium is always pretty loud, but was it even ramped up even more?
Yeah, if there's been a couple games where I've noticed significantly how electric it has been. Obviously we have a pretty good fan base that show up consistently, but I'm not expecting this to be any different than one of those games.
With Saquon Barkley, preparing for him, you just saw him in person, you see some of the things, catching the ball, backfield, tough catches, great roads. How much does the direct game experience help prepare for a rematch as opposed to just trying to study on film and face him for the first time in the season?
Yeah, we know he has a bunch of tools, and we know that they're going to give him the ball, any way they can, different types of looks. But it's up to us to see that. And obviously we had the look a couple weeks ago, so it definitely prepares for what kind of skill set he has. But we got to play it as we see it.
Eric, when Kevin took over just as the head coach, this is kind of how you hoped that this team would bond together. Considering he was a former player and that he was putting an emphasis on the culture in the locker room.
Yeah, definitely. I come out here to win every season that I play. You know what I mean? Obviously, it has a lot to do with a little bit of it, but I'm a competitor true at heart. I want to win every game I step on the field for, and like I said, I'm ready to share this journey with my teammates, and little buzz going around the locker rooms. They were all excited to play.
Eric, the defense was up and down during the season. You were 31st in total defense. What's the defense need to do to step it up another level in the playoffs?
I think that if us as an offense, if we score more points than the other team, we win the game. Mm-hmm. That's how we win.
What do you think you need to do better on defense than in the Giant game? I know you
we
won.
We have to allow them to score less points than we score on offense, and then we win, for sure.